Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Prosperity Mindset this morning. As you're coming on, let me know you're on and what part of the world you're watching from. We'd appreciate it. Thanks so much. As you're coming on, let us know what part of the world you're watching from, and we'll get started here in just a couple minutes. We're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, designed to get our day started. I see you guys on. It's Giovanna from Texas, and my brother Greg from Texas, Pamela of Texas, Miss Twyla over there in Pennsylvania, Miss Pamela over in my home state, Pennsylvania as well. It's Nancy. All right, good morning. I appreciate y'all jumping on. As you're coming on, let me know you're on and what part of the world you're watching from. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. It's a prosperity mindset where we believe more faith, more family, more prosperity is the key to our success. Miss Nancy out of Atlanta. All right. I appreciate y'all jumping on, and let's get rolling this morning. Let's get our energy flowing. Let's get moving down the road to prosperity together. And this is a community that we build people up. So if it's your first time here, go ahead and type the number 1 in and let me know who invited you. Let me know who invited you. If you're here every single Monday through Friday and you're getting value from what we're teaching and we're sharing with each other, go ahead and type that number 7 in and go ahead and invite a couple of your friends, people on your team, people you love and you care about. We'd appreciate that. Thanks so much. I see Miss Dancy. She invited 3 of her friends. Thanks so much for inviting somebody to the community this morning. Personal development plan. Personal development plan. We're going to talk about this morning. Good morning, Miss Danielle. And we got some great people on here. I love our group. I'm grateful for this group. And Mr. Parrish as well. My teammate Calvin there. Edwards, that's my teammate there from Western Kentucky. Great man, great family, and just some great things happening. Miss Pride, good morning, DC. All right. Love you guys, and we're going to get this thing started this morning. So if you're learning and you're growing from what we're talking about and teaching here, please give me a review on the page. I would appreciate that. What it does is it lets people know that, there's value here in what we're doing and what we're sharing and who we are and what we're becoming. So I'd appreciate you take a couple minutes. If you're getting positive feedback, learning from what we're doing here, go ahead and post it there. I would appreciate it. Take a couple minutes. Miss Jessie Love, she just shared it with a couple people. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Personal growth. Personal growth. Hey, good morning, Amanda, Miss Bryant. Personal growth is critical. It really is the cornerstone to breakthrough. And this morning, I'm really going to stress it because I think there's most cases it's left out. It's like an afterthought when we're building a business. Mr. Michael Muse there, a great guy that I'm going to be working with, coaching. He has a great book out. I'll be talking about that here one day soon here on Live as well. So you'll be hearing about that gentleman. But I want to just share something with you because this is critical. As a young entrepreneur, one of the things that I learned early on was my mentor told me, my first big time mentor from a traditional business standpoint, he asked me, he says, what's your financial goals? Where you see yourself? It was crazy because he didn't have he didn't have a 5-year mapped out plan for me. He's like, where you want to be next year? Where you want to be next quarter? And he was really the first person that really focused me down, kind of brought me down, got all the rough edges off me as far as focus and goal setting. And one of the things he told me is he's like, you got a plan. Everybody talks about becoming a millionaire. Everybody talks about becoming financially free. He said, but what is the plan? What's that plan? And I started telling him what I want to do in business. And he said, that's great, Cedric. So he said, what's the plan to develop your skills, your belief, and your passion from $0 to $1 million? Where's that plan at? Do you have that in writing? And I looked at him like, no, I don't know what he's talking about. Everybody talks about having this success, having these breakthroughs, but we have no personal development, so to speak, millionaire developing plan. We want to be millionaires. We want to be successful. We want to have financial freedom, but we never develop a plan of action when it comes to our heads and our hearts. It's always what I call the hard skills. The hard skills is what we do with our hands and some of the skills that we learn to earn income. But the soft skills, the software, the soft skills never ever develop. So the hard skills can take us to the $1 million that we're looking for. And this was something that he held me very accountable for this early in my life. He said, Cedric, you got to develop your head. You got to develop your heart. You got to develop your skills. And the only way that's going to happen is you have to diversify your software. I'm like, software, man, what is this guy talking about? And what he was telling me was that you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan, a personal growth development plan, so you can grow into wealth. How you think, what you believe, okay, how you see things, and how you're able to grow into things. And the only way that's going to happen is through personal growth and enhancement and developing a plan. We want to be millionaires, but we don't sow anything into our software. We don't sow anything in our software. You know, he told me, he says, and that's the first time I ever heard it. He said, you follow any millionaire into their house. He said, I promise you, they've invested into their intellectual property at their house. He said, Cedric, they have libraries. They're reading, they're listening, they're writing, they're around other great people, not only physically, but what they read. He said, and I'm going to expect you to do the same thing. He says, you're around me. He said, but there's other people's views and opinions and feedback and expertise that you need to learn. And you can learn that by associating yourself with what they read and what they've written and what they've experienced. He said, successful people, we have the ability to collapse timeframes and learning curve. That's why we're successful. He said, if you want to be successful, you have to develop a plan to develop yourself into a millionaire. You have to think like one before you become one. You hear that all the time, but most people never, ever sow enough into themselves to make that happen. You know, it's crazy because I get people requesting me to coach them. Okay, everybody knows I coach people, all right? And it's amazing how they want to diminish the value of my 26 years of business experience in network marketing and my 30 years in traditional business and over the $30 million I've earned in my life. They'll want to spend more on a vacation than spend on their coach. That vacation doesn't have the ability to take them to $30, $40 million in earnings. But in their mind, they believe that the coaching is valuable, but when it's time to pay for it, they don't believe it's worth it, a lot of them. Now, don't get me wrong, there's great people out there they say they want to hang out with me for the weekends, $10,000, $15,000, they'll pay it because they know that when I sit down with them and I really focus them on what they want to get out of their business and how they can use it as a financial vehicle to take them where they want to go, it's going to work. But some of them, you tell them $1,200, oh, that's a lot of money. That's a big, well, what's my guarantee? Well, what was my guarantee when you bought the Jordans? What was the guarantee when you bought the plane ticket to go spend a weekend somewhere that gave you no return? It gave you a bunch of pictures that you can't cash in, that you can't create any value from. What's the guarantee from that? What's the guarantee when you're out drinking? What's the guarantee when you're out buying clothes? What's the guarantee when you're traveling around the world and you're spending money that you don't have and you go back and you're further in debt than when you left? What's that guarantee? And I was that person. Boy, if there's any game going on, any big game, I don't even care if it wasn't even my team, I had to be there. $500 ticket, $600 ticket, I was there, and I was spending my electric bill up, but I wanted to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, okay? It doesn't work that way. You have to sow into your personal growth. You can never go somewhere long term until you develop yourself there. That's why you see all these success stories of people that earn millions or these lottery winners that made, had these big winnings, and 6 or 7, 5 years later, they're broke. They never became a millionaire mentally. They never developed themselves, their thinking, their processes. They never developed that part of their life. And what happened was they just fell off. They're done. They're done. Now, when I start learning the power of personal growth on Friday nights, before back in the day, and I wasn't never really a big drinker, and people know me. I probably drank a case of beer in my whole life. I'm not a big drinker. I would go to the club and I didn't even drink just to be there. Now, 20 years ago, I started going to Barnes & Noble. I want to read. I want to absorb. I want to grow. I want to become more. And I hold myself up against this grinding wheel of life every day, knocking the rough edges off. I look at myself as a 7, and I know I'll never be a 10. So I'm continuing to keep knocking off rough edges, personal growth, personal growth, personal growth. I mean, I was on the phone last night with people that I love and care about at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're on the phone working on our skills where most people are asleep. We're on the phone talking to each other, putting the plan together, developing our skills. That's what it takes. But most people, not all, most people do not want to invest in themselves. The first money they get, they run to the mall. They don't want to invest. If you invest in yourself, it's going to come back 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 fold. Invest in yourself, y'all. Get a coach. I don't care who it is. It don't have to be me, anyone. Somebody that has success that you resonate with, get them. If there's a area in your life you want to grow. But you have to invest. There's no lotto mentality when it comes to the software that you're walking around with. See, some of us got to reboot, but we're not willing to reboot. We won't reboot. We refuse, but we want better results. But the software you're running with hasn't been updated for years, but you want the new nuances of the new software. You want the new Apple, but you're on a PC. Doesn't work. I would tell you this. I would invest at least 40% of what I got coming in my household into myself. 40%. I remember my son used to be like, Dad, you got a box of books on the front porch of the house. So I know, bring them in. I guarantee if I pick up the phone right now and do a live phone call at Amazon, as soon as I tell them my name, they know, hey, Mr. Penn, your books are on the way. Book after book after book, seminar after seminar after seminar, phone call after phone call after phone call. I want to grow myself. I want to keep pushing myself up against the grinding wheel of life. I have to do that if I want to continue to grow and help others grow. You can't lead somebody somewhere you haven't been. You want to have a group to follow. You want to be attractive in the marketplace. You have to stay cutting edge. The only way to do that is to grow. To grow. Personal growth plan. How much are you going to invest? Why? It's crazy. I had one guy tell me, this is funny. The guy, I woke up this morning, I had somebody who wants me to coach him. And he's on here. I don't think he might be on here right this morning, but Mr. Harold is probably one of the most coachable, humble gentleman I ever met in my life. He's one of those people. And I met him a few years ago. He's from Washington, D.C. He's an executive with the government. Okay. He's executive with our government. And he said, I want you to coach me. I know, send me the link. He was on a webinar last night. He knows that what he's going to get is going to help him grow, not only in his network marketing business, but his traditional business. See, that's what people don't understand. Your software is your software. Your software doesn't turn off when you go to your traditional job, or you go to your church, or you go to your kids, or you're communicating, you're working with people. Your software goes where you go. You know, your software doesn't say, look, let me shut it off. I'm going to my network marketing meeting. Your software is your software. And if you know when you should be doing something, because your subconscious says, do it. Then you got your broke friend back there saying, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of beer we can drink. That's a lot of clothes we can buy. You sure? Is that coaching? Is that guaranteed? See, one of the things I had to learn is when I put that first $10,000 out for my coach, man, you talking about, listen, my ears are like Bambi. I was listening to everything he told me because I invested in myself. And see, if you know that what you're doing right now is not going to get you where you want to go. So why do we continue to just stay on this same perpetual cycle of average, not sponsoring, not bringing people in, no duplication, tired of quitting, tired of restarting, but you won't invest in yourself? Why? Well, I don't understand it. You'll lose more money by not investing in the coach than the one that you do. You will. You'll lose more. But your ego and the people around you, what do you think? Should I do it? Oh, that's a lot of money. What's the guarantee? What's the guarantee in what you're doing right now? You keep doing what you're doing. The guarantee is you're going to stay broke. That's the guarantee. So is that guarantee worth more than invested in your coach long term and somebody that can take you to the next level? It's funny. I had a phone call with a gentleman a few years ago right after my accident. And y'all all know who he is, okay? And he called me on the phone. He said, Cedric, I need to talk to you. I said, yes, sir, you do. He said, I got to get you back on track. Your software needs rebooted. I said, it does. I need to reboot. But why? Why is it so hard? See, what happens is when our resources get tight, we believe we got to get tight. That's when you have to have more faith and release what you have. You have to release it, because if you don't release it, all you have is a closed fist. You have to release and have some faith and get into the right environment so you can grow. It is what it is. But we'll rather go buy a purse. It cracks me up. And I got family members. They'll buy a designer purse and they ain't got nothing in it but mints and lint. They ain't got nothing in it, but they want that designer purse. Chanel. You can't even spell Chanel, but you got to have one. What's your retirement look like back here? Chanel going to take care of you when you get older? No. Does Chanel have skill sets to help you grow and create more wealth? No. Coaching, Chanel. Louis Vuitton, coaching. Versace, coaching. Gucci, coaching. Jordan's, coaching. Club, coaching. It's no decision. In my opinion, it's not even up for debate. I'm going to get coached. I want to be the best, and I want to be coached by the best. And I want to find a way to get around those individuals, and I'm going to develop a plan so I can win. That's what I'm going to do. So if someone has an opportunity, you have an opportunity to be in an inner circle where you know you're going to get information and learn skills that could impact you not only in your business but in your life. What's the question? Because you know what? Let me tell you something. I'll sit back and I look back on my life and I say, what if I would have never talked to Dave Civula? What if I never would have sat down, what if I would have never took advice? You can say what you want about Trump. I met him back in the day when he was a businessman. We did business together. You can say whatever you want about him as a president. I'm not going to comment on that. It's none of them. I don't care. But I can tell you this. The one concept he did teach me about business, it made me money. A lot of it. A lot of it. I don't know nothing about nothing else. I'm talking from a business perspective. That 5-10 minute conversation I had in Norfolk, Virginia with him, Tony Robbins, and General Schwarzkopf impacted my life. That's all I'm going to say. It impacted so much. That was in 1998. 2 or 3 years later, I got a phone call from his assistant, flew me up to New Jersey and sat down with me about a company he was going to launch. It never launched. But he felt confident enough that he knew I was somebody that he wanted me on his team to start his network marketing company. He knew that. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, relationships, personal development, a plan, and investing in yourself, you got to get out of the scarcity mentality. You got to get out of it. You don't have the money, go find it. Because if you don't have it, that's a clear-cut reason why you need the coaching. Because your resource ain't where they want to be. Only way that's going to change is you got to change who you are. We have to reboot this software because your software needs updated. Your belief, your passion, your skill sets, your desire, your dreams, your goals. So when I tell people, hey, yeah, it's going to cost something. Anything of value costs something. Everything ain't free. You want somebody to take you to millions of dollars in revenue, but you want to give them pennies. What's the guarantee? Same guarantee you had on your job when you were coming in late and you didn't apply yourself. Same guarantee. The guarantee is that if you apply yourself and you know somebody that has skills that you don't have that can take you where you haven't been, why wouldn't I invest in my coaching? Why wouldn't I go out and why wouldn't I go to a seminar? Somebody asked me, my son Little said to tell you, he said, Dad, I just seen where you spent $7,000 on your credit card to go out to this event. And you think that's going to be worth it? Yes, son, it's worth it. Now he goes to him. It's crazy how it is. He's an adult now. He calls me every day. Hey, Dad, you see this right here? You want to go with me? I'll go. Because he saw what it did for our life. He saw what it did for our family. Those seminars, those books, those tapes, me reading, me getting up early in the morning, me in Barnes & Noble, me working on myself, him listening to me present over and over as a young kid. He saw how it paid off. He saw how it paid off when I was laid up in the bed for 3 years and our household was intact because of the residual income that was coming in our household from what nobody believed it was going to happen. It secured my family. I'm telling you, it was the best investment I ever made in my life. It's in myself. Coaches, books, tapes, seminars, doing what I need to do to make it happen. You don't have the money, go find it. Because guess what? If something happens to you right now, what are you going to leave your family? What are you going to leave them? A story of how all this fell apart because I decided not to work on myself. So that scares me. That scares me. So I appreciate y'all jumping on, but I'm just telling you right now, you have to work on yourself. You have to have a plan. You just can't say, I want to make $100,000 a year, $10,000 a month, and you have no personal growth plan to take you there. It's not going to happen. It's not. We're running around with software in our heads from 2008, but it's 2017. We're thinking 9 years back, but we want to move into the future. We want our goals and dreams to be looking great in the future, but we're not working on them. We're not moving forward. We have no plan. If I ask you right now, what's your plan? What are you reading right now? What are you going to read next month? What seminar are you going to next quarter? If you can't tell me, that's a problem. That's a problem. If you can't tell me what your plan is next month, what are you reading right now? What are you listening to right now? What's your book of the month in July? What's your book of the month in August, September, October, November? What's your personal growth plan? Is it in your calendar? Are you listening to personal growth? What time of the day is it blocked under your calendar? See, because things that are important to you, they're on your calendar. They're on your calendar. They're a part of who you are. Same way you pencil in this prosperity mindset, you should be penciling in your personal development plan. And if you're not, I promise you're not going to grow to the levels that you want to grow because it's not important. It hasn't become who you are yet. So personal growth plan, you have to have it. You got to have it and you got to submit to it. And if you want to go to different places you haven't been, you got to submit and say, I'm vulnerable. I did it. Okay. It's funny because I hear people say, that's a narcissistic. Listen, I'm not. I'm confident, but I'm not going to take criticism from somebody that hasn't done shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't going to do that. I'm not taking criticism from somebody that hasn't done anything. I'm not going to do it because I don't respect them. They haven't done anything and they're not trying to do anything. Okay. So, but I will take coaching from somebody that I know and I respect because they put the work in, then I'll take it from them. I'll take it from them. But those folks just sitting on the sideline telling me what I should be doing and what I did wrong, I'm not listening. Not listening. Okay. I'm listening to the people that their nose is bloody. They've been scraped up. They had some ups and downs in their life. And we're working towards this thing together. That's who I respect. That's who I listen to. Now, if I made mistakes, yep, I'm going to continue. That's what successful people do. We make more mistakes than most people that are willing to even take the risk to make a mistake. So if you're not making any mistakes, never going to have a breakthrough because you ain't taking enough risk. What's your personal development plan as I jump off here this morning? So I appreciate y'all jumping on. Thanks so much for supporting it. We're growing. Every single morning, new people inboxing me, calling me, emailing me. This community is about to literally explode. It is. Prosperity Mindset Academy. Stay tuned for that. I'm telling you, great things are happening. You're going to see some things and some coaching and some training and some events that's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. And the people that are in here, in this group that were here when we were zero, when it was started, which wasn't my idea, and I tell you that publicly, that's another thing. It wasn't my idea to do Facebook Live. I wasn't even going to do no Facebook Live doing phone calls. I didn't do them. Dr. Michelle Knights is the one that pushed me to do these. I never did them. Wasn't going to do it. That's what I'm saying about people that you respect. You'll take coaching and direction from them. But if it would have been somebody that told me that did nothing in life, there's nothing in life, I'd probably be still on the phone doing phone calls because I didn't respect it. That's why you got to get around other people that can help you and guide you and show you things that you might not see or know. It's okay. But take it, build on it, keep moving forward. So I appreciate everybody jumping on. Please do me a favor. If you're getting something from anything that we're doing in the community, please give me a review there. Stay tuned. Stay coached up. Stay prayed up. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep praying. Let's keep building. Take care, everybody. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day.